Hi, this is Katherine Riddle, and I am Ernie Green. I'm your host for the next few minutes, and we are going to talk about Catherine's latest installment in our QuaranTiny concerts. Catherine, how are you?
Hello, I'm great. How are you?
The last time I saw you, you were singing the lusty month of May and making us all cry with Before I Gaze at You Again. And now this is kind of a little sad. Tell us what you're doing for this installment on our QuaranTiny concerts.
It is kind of a little sad, although random tidbit about Lusty Month of May. So on May 1st, of course, I had to run out on the balcony of my apartment and go, tra-la, it's May. And no one heard me, but I loved it.
Yeah, I did the same thing on my back porch. I went and sang "Dra," and somebody yelled across the backyard saying, "Shut up out there!"
Yeah.
So I did not get the same reaction you got. I got people banging on garbage can lids telling me to shut up.
So, but yes, that is not what we have done for this concert. So I recorded a couple of the movements from Maury Yeston's December songs, which is a retelling of Schubert's Winterreise in contemporary musical theater form.
Right. Right.
So we did 4 out of 10 of the movements.
Right. And for people that are not familiar with this or not familiar with the Schubert Die Winterreise or Winterreise, we should tell them this is a song cycle, a collection of songs. The Winterreise, the Schubert set, is 24 separate poems, and they detail these musings of this man who's wandering out in the streets in the cold, having just been jilted by his lover. We don't actually know the circumstances, but it gets really, really dark really quickly. And December Songs, as you said, is sort of a modern retelling of this, and it sort of uses the cabaret genre. Originally, it was just piano and voice. But it's not quite so dark, and it's also, as opposed to being a man, it's a woman, and I think there's a little glimmer of hope in these.
Yeah, especially at the end. I think the two characters start in a similar place, like having just been jilted for one reason or another, and they're wandering around in the winter landscape, but the journey that the female takes in December Songs sort of goes down for a while and then ends with this little bit of hope that she's actually going to be okay. She's going to put this behind her. We're going to move on with our life and be happy. Whereas the Schubert he has these little glimmers of hope.
In the middle.
In the middle.
Yeah, in the middle, yeah. And then, yeah.
But ultimately, yes, we ended in a much more depressed place than the December Songs.
Yeah, it really is. It is really, I mean, it's a masterpiece. It is gorgeous. I remember it's difficult. It's a difficult set of songs to sort of find your way into. I had a hard time sort of wrapping my head around it when I was younger, to be honest with you. And it took me a long time to kind of sort of figure it out. And I think a lot of the Schubert is wrapped up in life experience, but we're not doing the Schubert, so it's okay. We're going to have a little glimmer of hope. So you actually have one of my favorite songs from this cycle is in here. When you said you were going to do this set of songs that Maury wrote, I remember when we were getting ready to do these on a house concert in 2012 or 13 or something like that. He was very excited because he was recording a new set of these with Laura Osnes and a new arrangement of it for a chamber ensemble with piano. And they're so resilient. But that one song, please let's not even say hello.
Oh yeah.
It just kills me every time I hear it. So
yes.
What do you think about that?
Oh, I love that song. I think it's just like a great line that we've all had, even if it's not, please let's not even say hello. It's just like, let's just not even go there. I don't even want to experience the emotions I'm going to experience if, and I actually worked on these songs with Harolyn Blackwell, who of course recorded it. I don't remember what year, but a while ago. And I remember I was talking to her about that movement in particular, and she said in her mind that like the beginning, like the subway doors open of
Yeah.
the subway,
Yeah.
and like he's on the platform, and you have to decide like, am I gonna get off
Yeah.
and like talk to him or not? And that song, you know, lies in like a suspension of time where you're like, I'm gonna make this decision, and then at the end, it's like, I'm not even gonna say hello, and like she doesn't get off and
Yeah,
say anything.
I get to. Do you get to the end of that song? And every time I've and it has never failed. And I listen to the recording you sent us to upload. I find myself at the end of that song wondering what would have happened. I
I
get to the end,
know.
and it's like just one time, just engage. It really is a powerful song. Then you also do. Um, I had a dream. I had a
Oh, I
dream
had a
about
dream about
you.
you.
Is that right? Am I
Hmm.
remembering correctly?
Yeah.
Which again, is this really evocative text. Um,
Very funny random story about this text that I might make me look very stupid. But I was going through this, and one of the lines is, "Oh, I remember two orange moons rise in the sky to the sound of loons." And in my mind, loons were like, oh, loons, like people that were a little nutty. And
get
I
a
was
little
like, that's
crazy.
a weird image. Like,
Oh,
of course, it's the birds, right?
loons,
Oh
right?
my goodness, which is a much more beautiful imagery. But
Well,
then of course that movement reminds me a lot of the Schubert's sort of style of like, we're in this very happy moment, we're describing this
right,
dream and it's beautiful, and then it's like, and of course it was only a dream.
right. Yeah, yeah. There's so much in this, and I know that my daughter Ella, one of the things that she and her friends talk about a lot are these song cycles that are really becoming incredibly popular with musical theater composers,
Mhm.
cabaret composers, which I think is wonderful because this is a part of the literature that was really very much a part of the early to late 19th century, and then kind of just this intimate chamber style kind of just faded away. And Maury Yeston with these December songs, I think these are really wonderful, wonderful songs. They're just so beautiful, and I'm really excited for our friends to hear them. So tell us what else. I know that you're staying home right now, but if you were able to go out, what would you be doing right now? And hopefully, which of those things may be rescheduled? Because I know you had a big thing that you were thinking about this summer.
Yes, I was supposed to be in Sunday in the Park with George.
Right?
At this point it's canceled. And I was also supposed to do a main stage cabaret with
Mhm.
Bloomsburg Theater Ensemble in Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay.
Um, and that might be rescheduled.
Okay.
So you know, I'm very grateful for doing these kind of virtual virtual performing, and
Yeah.
I've done actually some duets like this as well.
Uh-huh.
Next Stop Theater is doing social distancing duets every week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we
Okay.
record like, and you don't know who your duet partner is, which is hilarious. You just record your half with the
Oh,
piano, and then they upload it, and it's like side by side, and boom. Then
so you get a surprise too.
yeah, it was
Oh,
very
that's
cool.
fabulous. That is
Yeah.
You know what? So make sure that we have that information. We'll put that in there so we can watch you, and hopefully you'll be doing more of these, and we will definitely be doing something to get you back next year to come sing. You were a wonderful Guinevere. I just
Oh,
loved it.
thank you.
You made me cry every single night, and through most of the rehearsals, there were times where I couldn't even look at you because I was like weeping. Um, but it was really, really, really beautiful, and I think these songs are really, I feel like both Winterreise and the December songs are so much about feeling isolated and alone and disconnected from the world around you. And I was kind of struck by the fact that you chose these because they're four elegant songs. Maury is a wonderful composer, and these are beautiful. So I'm looking forward to hearing them, and I know that our listeners are going to want to hear them too. So um, stop by and see us on SoundCloud, and you can find us on Facebook, or you can find us on SoundCloud, and you can hear Katherine Riddle. And who played for you? Um,
Noah Dion.
Noah Dion. Our family knows Noah Dion because our live arts family, because Noah is our accompanist, and Noah was also going to be the music director of Sunday in the Park with George, and I hope that that gets, finds a new life once we get out of this. We will get out of it. I just read an article just before I jumped on with you, that Dave Grohl of the Foo Fighters wrote for the Atlantic, I think, about live performance coming back. It definitely will give you hope for the future of live performance. So
I think people are going to need art and music more than ever.
oh, absolutely, we're definitely going to do it. Well, I hear Kenzie the Wonder Dog in the background, which means someone is coming to murder us, so I will have to go before she tries to come in here and jump on my lap, all 75 pounds of her. So in any case, thank you so much, Catherine. This has been a blast. I can't wait to see you again in person. And in the meantime, I'm going to listen to you on SoundCloud and on YouTube and on Facebook. Thanks.
Great. Thanks so much.
See you soon.
Bye.